Did you know your heart beats almost 100,000 times every single day without ever taking a break? Yet most of us barely give it a thought. Today, I'm going to show you how small habits can make your heart stronger, and you might be surprised how one tiny change could completely transform your life. So don't blink, this video is all about your heart. When we talk about heart health, most people immediately think about doctors, medications, or emergencies like heart attacks. But the truth is, the foundation of a strong, healthy heart begins long before any of that becomes necessary, and it starts with the everyday choices you make. Your heart is an incredibly resilient organ, but it is not invincible. It works tirelessly, pumping blood through your body every second of your life, supplying oxygen and nutrients to every cell, and yet most of us barely give it a second thought. The foods we eat, the amount of movement we get, how we handle stress, and even the quality of our sleep all have profound effects on our heart's health. These are lifestyle choices, and the remarkable thing is that they are entirely within your control. You don't have to wait for a medical crisis to start paying attention. The moment you begin making conscious, healthy decisions for your body, your heart begins to respond, often in ways that are far more dramatic than you might imagine. Let's start with movement. Your heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it becomes stronger the more you use it appropriately. You don't need to run marathons or spend hours in the gym every day to see results. What matters is consistent, intentional activity. Even a brisk 20-minute walk after lunch or dinner can stimulate your cardiovascular system, increase your heart rate in a healthy way, and help regulate blood pressure. Cardio exercises like cycling, swimming, dancing, or even jogging increase the efficiency of your heart, allowing it to pump more blood with each beat, which reduces the strain on the heart over time. Strength training also plays a role. Building lean muscle mass helps your body manage blood sugar and cholesterol levels more effectively, and it supports your joints and overall mobility, which encourages you to stay active throughout life. The key is consistency. Small, daily habits build momentum. It's far more effective to walk 20 minutes every day than to do an intense workout once a month and then stop. Your heart thrives on regularity, not occasional bursts of activity. Diet is another critical piece of the lifestyle puzzle. The saying, "you are what you eat," could not be more accurate when it comes to your heart. The foods you consume directly affect the health of your arteries, the flexibility of your blood vessels, and the overall functioning of your cardiovascular system. Processed foods, refined sugars, and trans fats slowly build plaque in your arteries, increasing your risk of high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes over time. Conversely, whole foods, fresh vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains act as fuel that strengthens and protects your heart. Eating leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, nuts, and seeds not only provides essential vitamins and minerals, but also supplies antioxidants that reduce inflammation, keep blood vessels flexible, and improve overall circulation. Even small adjustments, like swapping sugary drinks for water, replacing fried foods with baked options, or adding an extra serving of vegetables to your meals, make a significant difference. Your heart is sensitive to the quality of the fuel you provide, and choosing nutrient-dense foods consistently is one of the most impactful lifestyle decisions you can make. Stress management is equally crucial, yet often overlooked. Chronic stress acts like a slow-burning fire on your cardiovascular system. Every time you experience stress, your body releases hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline, which temporarily increase your blood pressure and heart rate. While this response is normal and helpful in short bursts, when stress becomes constant, it puts unnecessary strain on your heart, damages your arteries, and increases the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Developing strategies to manage stress is an essential lifestyle choice. Simple practices such as deep breathing exercises, meditation, yoga, journaling, or even just taking a few minutes to walk outside and disconnect from work or digital distractions can dramatically reduce the harmful effects of stress. Laughter, social interaction, and hobbies also play a critical role. Your heart responds to emotional well-being just as much as physical activity and nutrition, and learning to manage stress effectively is a cornerstone of long-term heart health. Sleep is another lifestyle factor that has an enormous impact on your heart. In today's fast-paced world, many people sacrifice sleep in favor of work, socializing, or screen time, but inadequate sleep negatively affects blood pressure, hormone regulation, and inflammation, all of which are critical to cardiovascular health. Aim for a consistent sleep schedule, ideally 7 to 9 hours each night, and create a bedtime routine that signals your body to wind down. Quality sleep allows your heart to rest and recover, helps regulate appetite and metabolism, and reduces the risk of long-term heart problems. It's not just the quantity of sleep that matters, but the quality that matters. By prioritizing sleep as a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, you are making one of the most powerful choices for protecting and strengthening your heart. Hydration is another simple yet often neglected aspect of heart health. Water is essential for blood volume, circulation, and the efficient delivery of oxygen and nutrients to your cells. Dehydration can make your heart work harder to pump blood and can increase the risk of palpitations or high blood pressure. Drinking enough water throughout the day is a small but impactful lifestyle habit that supports the overall functioning of your cardiovascular system. Avoiding harmful substances is equally important. Smoking is one of the leading causes of heart disease as it damages blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and increases the risk of heart attacks. Limiting alcohol or drinking in moderation is also critical. While some studies suggest small amounts, such as red wine, may have heart benefits, excess consumption can raise blood pressure and lead to other cardiovascular complications. Making conscious choices to avoid or limit harmful substances directly contributes to a healthier heart and longer life. Perhaps the most powerful part of lifestyle choices is the cumulative effect of consistency. You don't need to overhaul your entire life in one day. It's the small daily choices, choosing a salad instead of fries, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, pausing to breathe deeply when stressed, that compound over time. Your heart is incredibly adaptive. When you make positive choices, it becomes stronger, more resilient, and more efficient. The same way that neglect slowly deteriorates it, consistent care allows it to thrive. Lifestyle choices are not about perfection, but about making better decisions more often than not. The moment you start treating your heart with the respect it deserves, you'll notice subtle improvements in energy, mood, and overall vitality. The beauty of this approach is that it's empowering. You don't need expensive medications or complicated routines to start making a difference. Every positive decision you make for your heart is a gift to your future self. Whether it's moving more, eating better, managing stress, sleeping well, staying hydrated, or avoiding harmful substances, these choices add up in ways that profoundly influence your long-term health. Your heart responds to your actions daily, and the earlier you adopt these habits, the greater the rewards. So, in essence, heart health truly starts with lifestyle choices. It's not just about avoiding disease, it's about actively nourishing and strengthening the organ that gives you life every single second. By committing to consistent, positive habits, you set yourself up for a longer, more vibrant, and more energetic life. Your heart is not just a pump, it's a reflection of the care you give your body, mind, and daily routines. Every choice matters, and the power to protect and enhance your heart is entirely in your hands, waiting to be acted upon day by day. When it comes to heart health, nutrition isn't just a part of the picture, it is the foundation that everything else builds upon. People often underestimate how much what they eat affects the strength, efficiency, and longevity of their heart. Every bite of food you take is either helping your heart thrive or slowly creating challenges that your body will eventually have to deal with. The foods you choose don't just provide energy, they influence blood pressure, cholesterol levels, inflammation, artery health, and even the electrical rhythm of your heart. The amazing thing is that by making simple, consistent choices, you can significantly improve your heart health without ever stepping into a hospital or relying solely on medications. It all starts with understanding what types of fuel your heart actually needs. First, let's talk about fats. There's a huge misconception that all fats are bad, but that is far from the truth. Your heart needs healthy fats to function properly. Unsaturated fats, such as those found in olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, help reduce inflammation, improve cholesterol profiles, and support the flexibility of your blood vessels. On the other hand, trans fats and excessive saturated fats, commonly found in processed foods, fried items, and packaged snacks, contribute to the buildup of plaque in your arteries, making it harder for your heart to pump blood efficiently. The goal isn't to eliminate all fats, but to make smarter choices, focusing on fats that nourish your heart rather than harm it. Proteins also play a critical role in heart health. Lean proteins such as chicken, turkey, fish, legumes, and tofu provide essential amino acids that repair and maintain your heart muscle, while avoiding excessive red and processed meats can help reduce the risk of artery blockage and inflammation. Incorporating fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids at least a couple of times a week can drastically improve heart function by lowering triglycerides and stabilizing blood pressure. Even plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, and chickpeas have the added benefit of fiber and antioxidants, which further support cardiovascular health. The key is variety and balance. Your heart thrives when it receives high-quality protein sources regularly without overloading on unhealthy fats or sodium. Carbohydrates are another area where many people get confused. Not all carbs are created equal, and for heart health, the difference matters a lot. Refined carbs, such as white bread, pastries, sugary cereals, and sweetened beverages, cause rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels, which over time increase the risk of diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Complex carbohydrates, however, such as whole grains, oats, quinoa, brown rice, and vegetables, release energy slowly, provide fiber, and help regulate cholesterol levels. Fiber is particularly crucial for heart health because it binds to cholesterol in the digestive system and helps remove it from the body, reducing the risk of plaque buildup in the arteries. Including a variety of fiber-rich foods daily is one of the simplest, most effective ways to support a strong cardiovascular system. Speaking of fiber, fruits and vegetables are absolute powerhouses when it comes to heart health. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, which are two major contributors to heart disease. Berries, citrus fruits, apples, leafy greens, carrots, and peppers are just a few examples of foods that can make a tangible difference in your cardiovascular well-being. Phytochemicals in these foods help maintain the elasticity of blood vessels, lower blood pressure, and even improve the function of your heart's electrical system. Eating a rainbow of fruits and vegetables each day is not just a recommendation, it is a strategy for long-term heart protection. Sodium is another nutritional factor that can't be ignored. Excessive sodium intake increases blood pressure and puts additional strain on your heart. Most people consume far more sodium than they realize, often from processed foods, fast food, or hidden salts in sauces and condiments. Reducing sodium doesn't mean your food has to be bland. Herbs, spices, citrus, and natural flavorings can enhance taste while keeping sodium levels in check. Every reduction in sodium contributes to lower blood pressure, which directly decreases the workload on your heart and reduces the risk of cardiovascular events. Hydration is a subtle but essential part of nutrition that affects heart health. Water is necessary for proper blood volume, circulation, and nutrient transport. When you're dehydrated, your heart has to work harder to pump blood, which can lead to increased heart rate and strain over time. Drinking enough water throughout the day, avoiding sugary drinks, and moderating caffeine and alcohol intake all contribute to maintaining a well-functioning cardiovascular system. Even small improvements in hydration habits can make a noticeable difference in how your heart performs and how you feel overall. Sugar is another element that has a direct impact on your heart. Excess sugar consumption is linked to obesity, diabetes, and high triglycerides, all major risk factors for heart disease. Hidden sugars in processed foods, soft drinks, desserts, and even sauces add up quickly. Reducing sugar intake doesn't mean giving up enjoyment in food. It means becoming aware, making smarter swaps, and prioritizing natural sweetness from fruits and whole foods. Your heart responds to these changes remarkably well, and over time, lowering sugar intake improves energy, weight management, and overall cardiovascular function. Meal timing and portion control also play a role in heart health. Overeating even healthy foods can strain the heart, increase blood sugar levels, and contribute to weight gain. Moderate portions, including balanced amounts of protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs at each meal, support steady energy levels and efficient heart function. Snacking on nuts, fruits, or yogurt instead of processed, high-sugar snacks keeps blood sugar stable and reduces the likelihood of inflammation or stress on the cardiovascular system. Your heart is sensitive not just to what you eat, but how and when you eat. Developing mindful eating habits, slowing down your meals, and truly paying attention to hunger cues can have a surprisingly large impact over time. Another important factor is avoiding harmful substances. Excess alcohol intake can damage the heart muscle, raise blood pressure, and increase the risk of irregular heart rhythms. Smoking, of course, is a major contributor to heart disease, narrowing blood vessels and reducing oxygen delivery. Nutrition isn't just about what you include, it's also about what you minimize or eliminate from your diet. By consciously reducing harmful substances, your heart is able to recover, strengthen, and operate more efficiently. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of nutrition for heart health is that it works cumulatively. One healthy meal or one day of eating well doesn't immediately transform your heart, but consistent choices over weeks, months, and years compound in a way that profoundly protects your cardiovascular system. Every nutrient-dense meal, every reduction in processed food, every increase in vegetables and fiber contribute to lower inflammation, better cholesterol levels, optimal blood pressure, and a stronger, more resilient heart. Your heart responds to the care you give it daily, and the earlier you start making positive nutritional decisions, the more you benefit in the long term. In essence, nutrition is the fuel that powers your heart. The quality of that fuel directly affects your energy, your mood, your circulation, and your long-term health. By focusing on whole foods, healthy fats, lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, fiber, hydration, and moderation of harmful substances, you're giving your heart the best possible chance to thrive. It isn't about perfection, it's about progress, consistency, and making better choices more often than not. Your heart deserves the best fuel you can provide, and the results of mindful nutrition are visible not just in numbers on a chart, but in the way you feel every single day, the energy you carry, and the resilience of your body over time. Every choice matters, and your heart remembers each one.
When it comes to heart health, exercise is absolutely essential. And yet, so many people underestimate just how powerful consistent movement can be. Your heart is a muscle, and like any muscle in your body, it needs regular exercise to stay strong and efficient. The amazing thing is that you don't have to be a professional athlete or spend hours at the gym every day to see meaningful results. Even moderate, consistent activity can transform your heart's health in ways that are profound and long-lasting. Your heart thrives on movement, and the more you understand the types of exercise and how they benefit your cardiovascular system, the more empowered you become to make choices that directly support a longer, healthier life. Cardiovascular exercise, or cardio, is one of the most important forms of exercise for heart health. Activities like brisk walking, jogging, swimming, dancing all increase your heart rate, improve circulation, and strengthen the heart muscle. When you engage in regular cardio, your heart becomes more efficient at pumping blood throughout your body. This means that over time, it doesn't have to work as hard to deliver oxygen and nutrients to your organs and muscles. That efficiency is incredibly beneficial, not just for long-term heart health, but for your energy levels, stamina, and overall quality of life. Even simple activities like taking the stairs instead of the elevator or walking during your lunch break can make a difference when done consistently. The key is to get your heart rate up regularly and challenge your cardiovascular system in a way that stimulates growth and resilience. Strength training is another important, yet sometimes overlooked aspect of exercise that benefits the heart. While cardio focuses on endurance, strength training builds muscle, which in turn helps regulate blood sugar, cholesterol, and body composition. Lean muscle mass supports metabolism and reduces the strain on your heart by improving the efficiency of your body's systems. Lifting weights, using resistance bands, or even doing body weight exercises like push-ups, squats, and lunges can all contribute to a healthier heart. Combining strength training with cardiovascular workouts creates a powerful synergy that strengthens your heart and improves your overall health in ways that one form of exercise alone cannot achieve. It's not about lifting heavy weights or becoming a bodybuilder. It's about creating balance and consistency that supports long-term cardiovascular function. Flexibility and mobility exercises also play a significant role in heart health, even though they're often underestimated. Stretching, yoga, and Pilates improve circulation, reduce muscle tension, and enhance joint health, which allows you to stay active longer and maintain a consistent exercise routine. Better mobility means less injury risk, more effective workouts, and a body that can adapt and respond to physical challenges. When your body moves freely and efficiently, your heart experiences less strain, and your overall cardiovascular health improves. Even simple stretches or mobility routines done daily can contribute to a stronger heart over time. One of the most important principles of exercise for heart health is consistency. Many people make the mistake of thinking that occasional intense workouts are enough to protect the heart, but the truth is that regular, moderate activity yields the best results. Your heart adapts gradually, and small daily habits compound over time. Walking 20 minutes a day, doing a short strength routine 3 times a week, or participating in weekend activities like hiking or swimming is far more effective than a single exhausting session once a month. The key is to make movement a natural part of your lifestyle, something you enjoy and something you can maintain without feeling overwhelmed. The more consistent you are, the stronger, more efficient, and more resilient your heart becomes. Exercise also plays a critical role in controlling risk factors for heart disease. High blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, excess body fat, and insulin resistance are all major contributors to cardiovascular problems, and regular physical activity directly addresses each of these issues. Cardio exercise helps lower blood pressure, improves HDL cholesterol levels, and reduces triglycerides. Strength training increases muscle mass, which helps the body use insulin more effectively, controlling blood sugar levels. Regular movement also supports healthy weight management, reducing the burden on the heart and lowering the risk of heart disease over time. Exercise acts like a protective shield, addressing multiple risk factors simultaneously. And the best part is that you feel the benefits immediately, not just in the long term. Beyond the physical benefits, exercise has a profound impact on the emotional and mental aspects of heart health. Physical activity stimulates the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters, which reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Chronic stress is a major contributor to heart problems because it increases blood pressure and inflammation, so anything that reduces stress directly benefits your cardiovascular system. Exercise also improves sleep quality, which is essential for heart recovery, and boosts energy levels, giving you the motivation to maintain other heart-healthy habits like proper nutrition and hydration. The mind-body connection is real, and taking care of your emotional well-being through movement is just as important as the physical gains. Another critical benefit of regular exercise is improved circulation and oxygen delivery. When your heart is strong and your blood vessels are flexible, oxygen and nutrients reach every part of your body more efficiently. This increased efficiency reduces fatigue, enhances mental clarity, and supports better organ function. As your cardiovascular system becomes more efficient, everyday activities like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even playing with your kids or grandchildren become easier and less taxing. Exercise literally changes the way your body responds to life, making every moment more vibrant and enjoyable while simultaneously protecting your heart. It's also worth noting that the variety of exercise matters. Mixing different types of workouts, cardio, strength, flexibility, and balance ensures that all aspects of your cardiovascular system are engaged. Variety prevents boredom, reduces injury risk, and promotes overall health. For example, you might go for a brisk walk in the morning, do a short strength session in the afternoon, and end the day with stretching or yoga. This approach not only keeps your heart strong, but also makes the routine enjoyable and sustainable. Enjoyment is critical because the best exercise is the one you'll actually do consistently. For those concerned about time, it's important to remember that even small amounts of movement count. High-intensity interval training, short bursts of activity, or simply taking multiple walking breaks throughout the day can all provide meaningful cardiovascular benefits. The key is to engage the heart and lungs in a way that challenges the system without causing burnout. Over time, these small, intentional efforts accumulate and create measurable improvements in heart efficiency, blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and overall cardiovascular health. Ultimately, regular exercise is not just about longevity, it's about improving the quality of life. A strong heart allows you to be active, energetic, and resilient, to enjoy your favorite activities, and to live without the constant burden of fatigue or fear of disease. It provides a foundation that supports everything else in your health journey, from nutrition to stress management to sleep. The beauty of exercise is that it is an ongoing investment in your heart. The more consistently you move, the stronger your heart becomes, the more efficient your body functions, and the better you feel every single day. Exercise, in its many forms, is a non-negotiable part of heart health. The combination of cardiovascular activity, strength training, flexibility, and consistency creates a system where your heart is continuously challenged, strengthened, and protected. Every step, every lift, every stretch contributes to a heart that beats efficiently, circulates blood effectively, and adapts to the demands of life. Over time, these choices compound, creating a powerful shield against cardiovascular disease. And the best part is that the benefits are felt immediately in energy, mood, and overall vitality.
When we talk about heart health, most people immediately think about diet and exercise, and while those are extremely important, there's another side of the equation that often gets overlooked: how your lifestyle choices regarding stress, sleep, and social connection affect your cardiovascular system. The truth is, your heart isn't just influenced by what you eat or how much you move, it's also deeply connected to your mental and emotional well-being. Stress, poor sleep, and isolation have very real physiological effects that can weaken your heart over time, increase the risk of disease, and even reduce your life expectancy. The good news is that by becoming aware of these factors and making intentional choices to manage them, you can dramatically improve your heart health without spending hours in a gym or completely overhauling your diet. Let's start with stress, because it's one of the most silent and damaging factors for heart health. Stress is a natural response designed to protect us in dangerous situations, releasing hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to prepare the body for action. In short bursts, this is beneficial, but in today's world, stress is rarely short-term. Deadlines, traffic, financial pressures, family responsibilities, and constant notifications keep our bodies in a state of chronic stress. When this happens, the heart is forced to work harder, blood pressure rises, inflammation increases, and over time the arteries can become damaged. The cumulative effect of stress is not just physical, it's also emotional, affecting your energy, mood, and motivation, which in turn can influence other heart-healthy habits like exercise and nutrition. Learning to manage stress is therefore not optional, it is essential for a healthy heart. Simple practices like deep breathing exercises, meditation, yoga, or even taking a few minutes to step outside and disconnect from work or digital distractions can make a profound difference. Even brief moments of mindfulness allow your heart to slow down, your blood pressure to normalize, and your stress hormone levels to decrease. Another way to manage stress effectively is through physical activity. Exercise is not just a tool for strengthening your heart physically, it's also one of the most effective natural stress relievers. When you move, your body releases endorphins, which improve mood, reduce anxiety, and create a sense of well-being. Activities like walking, swimming, dancing, or cycling allow your heart to work efficiently while also calming your mind. Regular physical activity combined with conscious stress management practices creates a synergistic effect, reducing the risk of heart disease and improving overall quality of life. Laughter is another surprisingly powerful tool against stress. It might sound simple, but laughing actually lowers stress hormones, improves circulation, and helps relax blood vessels. Surrounding yourself with humor and joy is more than just fun, it's a real investment in your cardiovascular health. Sleep is another factor that has an enormous, often underestimated impact on your heart. Most adults underestimate the importance of quality sleep, and yet it's during sleep that your heart gets a chance to rest, repair, and reset. Inadequate sleep is linked to higher blood pressure, increased inflammation, insulin resistance, and a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. Poor sleep also affects mood, decision-making, and energy levels, which can indirectly influence other heart-healthy behaviors. To support your heart, aim for 7 to 9 hours of consistent, uninterrupted sleep each night. Creating a bedtime routine that signals your body to wind down, limiting screen time before bed, and keeping your sleep environment cool and dark can significantly improve the quality of your rest. Even small improvements in sleep can have profound effects on your heart, reducing stress, stabilizing blood pressure, and enhancing overall resilience. Social connection is the third crucial factor for heart health, and it's one that many people don't associate with cardiovascular well-being. Humans are inherently social creatures, and loneliness and isolation have been linked to increased stress, higher blood pressure, and a greater risk of heart disease. Strong social bonds, on the other hand, provide emotional support, reduce stress, and even influence behaviors like diet and exercise. Spending time with friends and family, engaging in community activities, volunteering, or simply reaching out to someone you care about can all help your heart function more efficiently. Social interaction releases oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, which lowers blood pressure, reduces stress, and improves vascular health. A well-connected life isn't just emotionally fulfilling, it's physiologically protective for your heart. Mindfulness practices are another powerful tool for enhancing both mental and cardiovascular health. Techniques such as meditation, guided visualization, and mindful breathing help calm the nervous system, reduce stress hormones, and improve heart rate variability, which is a key indicator of heart resilience. Even dedicating 5 to 10 minutes a day to mindfulness can lead to measurable improvements in cardiovascular health.
Over time, these small, consistent practices accumulate and create a more balanced, calmer nervous system that directly reduces the workload on your heart. Nutrition and sleep are closely connected to stress management as well. Chronic stress can lead to poor food choices, increased sugar cravings, and irregular eating patterns, all of which negatively impact heart health. Poor sleep increases appetite-regulating hormones, often leading to overeating and weight gain, which puts additional strain on the cardiovascular system. By managing stress, prioritizing sleep, and maintaining balanced nutrition, you create a positive feedback loop where each healthy choice supports the others. Your heart benefits from this synergy, becoming stronger, more efficient, and better able to withstand the pressures of daily life. Another important aspect to consider is the role of mindfulness in social interactions. Engaging deeply with others, truly listening and sharing experiences not only strengthens emotional bonds, but also has tangible benefits for your cardiovascular system. Social support acts as a buffer against the harmful effects of stress, helping regulate blood pressure and reduce inflammation. It's not just the quantity of social interactions, but the quality that matters. Meaningful conversations, shared experiences, and genuine connections all contribute to heart health. Technology can be both a blessing and a curse in this area. While it allows us to stay connected, excessive screen time and digital stress can interfere with sleep, increase anxiety, and reduce real-world social interactions. Being intentional about limiting digital distractions, creating device-free times, and prioritizing face-to-face interactions can have a profound effect on your heart's well-being. Small changes like having dinner without phones or scheduling weekly calls with loved ones can create consistent moments of connection that benefit your cardiovascular system over time. Exercise, sleep, stress management, and social connection are not isolated components. They all work together to influence heart health. For example, a good night's sleep improves your mood and stress resilience, making it easier to engage in exercise and social activities. Regular movement reduces stress and improves sleep quality, while meaningful social interactions provide emotional support that reduces stress hormones and stabilizes blood pressure. Understanding this interconnected system allows you to make holistic choices that create lasting benefits for your heart. Ultimately, prioritizing stress management, sleep, and social connection is about creating a lifestyle where your heart is supported on multiple levels. It's about realizing that your cardiovascular health is not just a matter of diet and exercise, but a reflection of how you live, how you rest, and how you relate to others. Small, consistent choices in these areas compound over time, improving heart function, reducing disease risk, and enhancing your overall quality of life. By consciously managing stress, prioritizing restorative sleep, and cultivating meaningful connections, you are making some of the most powerful investments possible in your long-term heart health. And the effects are often felt immediately in energy, mood, and resilience.
When it comes to protecting your heart, one of the most powerful tools you have is awareness, and that begins with early detection. Too often, people wait until a serious problem occurs before taking action, assuming that if they feel fine, their heart must be fine as well. The reality is that heart disease can develop silently over many years, and by the time noticeable symptoms appear, significant damage may already have occurred. That's why paying attention to warning signs, monitoring your health, and making small, consistent changes in your daily routine are some of the most effective ways to protect your cardiovascular system and dramatically improve your long-term health. The earlier you start, the more control you have over your outcomes, and the more you can prevent complications before they become life-threatening. Monitoring your blood pressure is one of the simplest and most effective ways to practice early detection. High blood pressure often has no obvious symptoms, which is why it is commonly referred to as the silent killer. Over time, elevated blood pressure puts additional strain on your heart, damages the blood vessels, and increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes.
Regularly checking your blood pressure, whether at home or during routine doctor visits, allows you to catch changes early and make necessary adjustments through lifestyle choices such as diet, exercise, and stress management. The power of knowledge here cannot be overstated. When you know your numbers, you can take control, make informed decisions, and take action before serious damage occurs. Cholesterol monitoring is another essential component of early detection. High levels of LDL cholesterol, often called bad cholesterol, contribute to plaque buildup in your arteries, reducing blood flow and making your heart work harder. HDL cholesterol, or good cholesterol, helps remove excess cholesterol from your bloodstream, protecting your arteries from damage. Getting regular blood tests to monitor your cholesterol levels gives you valuable insight into your cardiovascular health. If numbers are off, small lifestyle adjustments like increasing fiber intake, reducing trans fats, adding more fruits and vegetables, and incorporating heart-healthy fats can make a dramatic difference over time. The key is consistency and awareness. By staying informed, you can make incremental changes that have significant long-term benefits. Being aware of warning signs is also critical for early intervention. Symptoms such as unusual fatigue, shortness of breath, chest discomfort, palpitations, or dizziness should never be ignored. Many people dismiss these signs, attributing them to stress, fatigue, or aging, but they can be indicators of underlying heart issues. Consulting a doctor when something feels off is not a sign of weakness, it's a proactive step toward protecting your life. Early intervention, even for minor concerns, can prevent major complications and give your heart the best chance to recover and remain healthy over time. While early detection is essential, it is equally important to understand that small, consistent daily actions are what truly save lives. You don't have to make radical, overwhelming changes to see meaningful improvements. Small wins, like taking a 20-minute walk after meals, swapping a sugary beverage for water, or adding an extra serving of vegetables to your diet, compound over time and create measurable improvements in heart health. These incremental changes may seem insignificant in the moment, but they accumulate in ways that dramatically reduce your risk of heart disease, lower blood pressure, and improve cholesterol levels. Your heart responds remarkably well to consistency, and each small win is a step toward a stronger, more resilient cardiovascular system. Daily habits also include managing stress effectively. Chronic stress silently strains the heart, raising blood pressure and increasing inflammation in the arteries. Incorporating small daily stress-reducing practices such as deep breathing exercises, brief meditation sessions, journaling, or even spending a few minutes outside can significantly reduce the burden on your heart. The cumulative effect of these habits is profound. Over weeks and months, your body adapts to a lower stress environment, your heart works more efficiently, and your risk of cardiovascular events decreases. Small daily efforts create long-lasting benefits that go far beyond the momentary relief they provide. Sleep is another area where small, consistent changes can have a major impact. Prioritizing a regular sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at consistent times, and creating a calming nighttime routine all contribute to better heart health. Even small adjustments like turning off screens an hour before bed or keeping the bedroom cool and dark support restorative sleep, allowing your heart and cardiovascular system to recover each night. Over time, the cumulative benefits of improved sleep include better blood pressure control, lower stress hormone levels, and a stronger heart that is more resilient to the challenges of daily life. Hydration, though often overlooked, is another small daily win that benefits your heart. Drinking enough water throughout the day supports blood volume, circulation, and the efficient transport of nutrients and oxygen to your cells. Even mild dehydration can cause your heart to work harder, increase blood pressure, and affect overall cardiovascular function. Making a conscious effort to stay hydrated consistently rather than relying on occasional attention helps your heart perform at its best and supports overall health. Avoiding harmful substances is another area where daily choices save lives. Reducing or eliminating smoking is one of the most significant interventions for protecting the heart, as tobacco damages arteries, raises blood pressure, and increases the risk of heart attack. Similarly, moderating alcohol intake prevents strain on the heart and reduces the risk of irregular rhythms and long-term damage. Every conscious decision to avoid or limit these harmful substances is a direct investment in heart health and longevity. The beauty of these small daily wins is that they are cumulative and often reinforce each other. For example, a walk after dinner not only improves circulation, but can reduce stress, aid digestion, and promote better sleep. Choosing a heart-healthy meal improves energy, supports better mood, and encourages continued physical activity. Each positive action builds momentum, creating a lifestyle that naturally protects the heart and supports overall well-being. It's not about perfection, it's about consistent effort and conscious choices over time. Early detection combined with small daily wins create a feedback loop that empowers you to take control of your cardiovascular health. Monitoring your numbers and paying attention to symptoms allows you to respond proactively, while consistent small actions improve those numbers and reduce risk factors. Knowledge without action is incomplete, and action without awareness can be misguided. The most effective strategy is to integrate both, stay informed, notice changes, and take consistent steps that benefit your heart every day. Ultimately, the power of early detection and small daily wins lies in their ability to prevent serious problems before they occur. Your heart works tirelessly every second of every day, and by taking conscious, consistent steps to protect it, you give yourself the best chance to live a long, healthy, and vibrant life. Every positive choice, no matter how small, contributes to a stronger, more resilient heart, and over time, these cumulative efforts can dramatically reduce the risk of heart disease, improve overall cardiovascular function, and enhance quality of life. By committing to regular monitoring, being mindful of symptoms, and embracing small daily habits that support your heart, you are taking control of your health in a way that pays off both immediately and in the long term.